Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. Today we have come with memory recall questions for bank promotion exam. So friends, before starting, please like this video and share this video with your friends who are preparing for bank promotion exam and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. So let's start friends. So friends, in this section, please write 1 to 20 counting on your notebook and give the answers of the questions yourself and check your preparation level and share your scores in the comment section. Please also make notes of these important memory recall questions for your future reference. So let's begin friends with our first question. Our first question is, what is the annual income of economically weaker section under PMAY? So friends, PMAY, you all would be knowing that PMAY is प्रधान मंत्री आवास योजना. और फ्रेंड्स प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में यू हैव टू टेल दैट जो ईडब्ल्यूएस कैटेगरी है उनकी एनुअल इनकम कितनी होनी चाहिए. अवर ऑप्शंस आर अप टू 3 लाख, up to 6 lakh, up to 12 lakh, up to 18 lakh. So let's see what is the correct answer. And correct answer is A, that is up to 3 lakh. तो 3 लाख तक की जो इनकम है वो ईडब्ल्यूएस सेक्शन जो है उसकी होनी चाहिए अप टू 3 लाख. लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2. Banks or financial institutions should submit the list of suit filed accounts and not non-suit filed accounts of willful defaulters of rupees dash lakh and above on a monthly or more frequent basis to all the four credit information companies. So our options are 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 25 lakh, 50 lakh. So here, friends, you have to tell that up to what amount of willful defaulter list we have to send to the credit information companies. So let's see the correct answer. And the right answer is थर्ड, दैट इज 25 लाख. तो फिर जितने भी 25 लाख से ऊपर के जितने भी अकाउंट्स हैं और जिसमें विलफुल डिफॉल्टर्स हैं उनकी जो लिस्ट है वो हमें क्रेडिट इंफॉर्मेशन कंपनीज को प्रोवाइड करनी होती है. लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम रीपेमेंट पीरियड अलाउड अंडर पीएमजेडीवाई स्कीम? सो पीएमजेडीवाई इज प्रधानमंत्री जनधन योजना स्कीम. सो like you know that in प्रधानमंत्री जनधन योजना स्कीम we can give the overdraft. तो वहां पे जो ओवरड्राफ्ट हम देंगे उसका मैक्सिमम रीपेमेंट जो पीरियड है वो कितना होगा? और ऑप्शंस आर 12 months, 18 months, 24 months, 36 month. So let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is fourth, that is 36 months. तो फ्रेंड्स प्रधानमंत्री जनधन योजना is also very important topic with respect to the bank promotion exam, as all the government schemes are very important and many questions are asked from these. And these questions which we are discussing in this section, these are already asked in previous bank promotion exams. So you should go through the your study material where you can get to know more information about Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Mudra Yojana, Stand Up India. So these all topics are very important, which are promoted by the government of India. Let's move to next question. Question number 4. Question number 4 is, KYC guidelines are issued by RBI as per which act? तो फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे आपको बताना KYC guidelines. As you know, RBI is issuing the KYC guidelines. So it is as per which act? Our options are Section 35A of Banking Regulation Act, Section 35 of Banking Regulation Act, Section 20 of Banking Regulation Act, Section 45A of Banking Regulation Act. So let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is first, that is section 35A of Banking Regulation Act. जो so friends जो RBI है, RBI gives the direction to the banks about the KYC guideline under section 35A. So let's move to next question. Question number 5. For classification of PMJDY, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana overdraft under priority sector, income of household in non-rural area should not exceed. तो कितने तक की जो इनकम है नॉन रूरल एरिया में होनी चाहिए, then only the PMJDY overdraft will come under priority sector. Our options are 36,000, 1 lakh, 1 lakh 60,000, 3 lakh. Let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is थर्ड, दैट इज 1,60,000 रुपीज. तो 1,60,000 रुपीज तक की जिनकी इनकम है नॉन रूरल एरियाज में, दे एंड व्हेन वी गिव द ओवरड्राफ्ट फैसिलिटी टू देम, दैट विल बी कंसिडर्ड अंडर प्रायोरिटी सेक्टर लैंडिंग. लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. In RTGS, what is the minimum amount allowed in interbank window channel through which bank to bank settlement takes place, like funding of clearing, adjustment, LC payment, bill payment, etc. So our options are no minimum amount, 2 lakh and above 2 lakh, 1 lakh. Let's see what's the right answer. And the right answer is first, that is no minimum amount. So in RTGS, when we are making the RTGS in the bank to bank settlement, one we are doing for the customers. So there we will do the RTGS for the amount that is 2 lakh and above. But if it comes with the bank to bank, interbank transaction is there, then there is a no minimum limit for the RTGS amount. So first is the right answer. Let's move to next question. Question number 7. What is the maximum loan that can be given under DRI to general category borrower? So friends, DRI is differential rate of interest. So under this loan, how much we can give to the borrower? Our options are 5,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. So let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is third, that is 15,000 rupees. So under the DRI scheme we can give up to 15,000 rupees loan. Let's move to next question. Question number 8. What is the maximum dwelling unit area for LIG? LIG is low income group for which subsidy is available under PMAY. So our options are 30 square meter, 60 square meter, 120 square meter, 160 square meter. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the right answer is second, that is 60 square meter. So up to 60 square meter dwelling area should be there for LIG if they want to get the subsidy. Let's move to next question. Question number 9. Under PMAY, what is the annual household income of MIG1? तो यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स आपको MIG1 की कितनी एनुअल इनकम होगी, देन ओनली इट विल बी कंसीडर अंडर PMAY. Our options are up to 3 lakh, above 3 lakhs and up to 6 lakh, above 6 lakhs and up to 12 lakhs, above 12 lakhs and up to 18 lakh. So let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is third, that is above 6 lakh and up to 12 lakh. तो जितने भी MIG1 की कैटेगरी में आते हैं, they should have the income above 6 lakh and up to 12 lakh rupees. So friends, this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is a very important topic because this topic is important as it is a part of the priority sector, and also it is a very important scheme of government of India, and questions are asked from this. So let's see one more question from there only. What is the maximum number of years for subsidy repayment under PMAY? So if a person wants to get the PMAY subsidy, then what is the maximum year? So what is the maximum year of the loan? Our options are 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years. And let's see the right answer. And right answer is third, that is 20 years. So up to the 20 years, the loan should be there. So friends, let's see some of the important points of this PMAY scheme. So who are the beneficiary? A beneficiary family will comprise of husband, wife, unmarried sons, and or unmarried daughter. Adult earning member will be treated as a separate household. तो beneficiaries जो होंगे हमारे PMAY स्कीम में वो होंगे husband and wife and their unmarried sons and unmarried daughter. अगर कोई adult है then they will not be a part of the this scheme. Okay. और यहाँ पे हमें देखना फ्रेंड्स, there are four categories are there. EWS, economically weaker section, LIG, low income group, MIG एंड MIG2. तो यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स एनुअल हाउस होल्ड इनकम, तो EWS जो कैटेगरी है उनकी जो हाउस होल्ड इनकम है वो अप टू 3 लाख होनी चाहिए, LIG में अबव 3 लाख एंड अप टू 6 लाख. फॉर MIG1 it should be above 6 lakh and up to 12 lakh, and MIG2 above 12 lakh and up to 18 lakh. तो ये this is the criteria for income, and annual household income not to exceed this threshold limit. अगर इससे उनकी लिमिट ज़्यादा हो रही है then they will not be eligible for this scheme of PMAY. और यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स नेक्स्ट है हमारा मैक्सिमम लोन टेनर. तो हाउ मच लोन टेनर शुड बी देयर, एंड फॉर ऑल कैटेगरीज इट इज 20 years. तो हर कैटेगरीज में जो है आपको 20 years ही कंसीडर करना है. So for all categories we will be taking the 20 years. Like here you can see 20 years for EWS, 20 year for LIG, 20 year for MIG1 and 20 year for MIG2. एंड इंटरेस्ट सब्सिडी, तो इंटरेस्ट की हमें कितनी सब्सिडी मिलेगी? एंड फॉर EWS इट इज 6.5%, and for LIG also it is 6.5%. For MIG1 it is 4%, and this is 3% for MIG2. And other than that, we can see eligible house loan interest subsidy. तो यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स देन यू कैन सी EWS में 6 लाख तक का हमें जो है अमाउंट है जिसके ऊपर सब्सिडी मिलेगी, एंड LIG में भी 6 लाख, एंड फॉर MIG1 9 लाख एंड MIG2 12 lakh. It is 12 lakh. Here it is a 12 lakh. Okay. And maximum amount. So dwelling unit. What is the dwelling unit area? 30 square meter for EWS, 60 square meter for LIG, and 160 square meter for MIG, and 200 square meter for MIG2. And the processing charge. So for EWS, 3,000 rupees will be paid by NHB, and same 3,000 for LIG, and 2,000 for MIG, and 2,000 for MIG2. So this is the main information from where questions can be asked, which we have discussed. So I hope so, friends, you have understood this PMAY scheme and what are the criteria for that. So let's move to next question. Question number 11. In the case of partnership account, the letter carrying the revocation of stop payment instruction must be signed by dash of the firm where there are 6 partners. सो हेयर यू हैव टू टेल, एक पार्टनरशिप फर्म है और आपके पास एक स्टॉप पेमेंट का लेटर आ रहा है, तो उस पर किसके साइन होने चाहिए? जहाँ पे 6 पार्टनर्स हैं, किसी भी पार्टनरशिप एक फर्म है जिसमें 6 पार्टनर्स हैं, देन हु शुड साइन? एनी वन ऑफ द पार्टनर्स, ऑल ऑफ द पार्टनर्स, एनी 2 पार्टनर्स, half of the partner. So let's see what is the correct answer, and correct answer is second, that is all of the partners. सो दिस इज ऑल ऑफ द पार्टनर्स. सो जो स्टॉप पेमेंट का रिवोकेशन है, यू शुड बी फोकस ऑन दिस पॉइंट, दैट इज रिवोकेशन. यहाँ पे जो वर्ड यूज किया गया दैट इज रिवोकेशन, इट इज नॉट फॉर स्टॉप पेमेंट. सो सम टाइम इन हरी वट हैपन्स दैट यू कैन थिंक, आप ऐसा सोच रहे होंगे फ्रेंड्स कि ये स्टॉप पेमेंट का लेटर है, देन यू कैन से एनी वन ऑफ द पार्टनर. अगर किसी को स्टॉप पेमेंट कराना है इन ए पार्टनरशिप फर्म, देन एनी वन ऑफ द पार्टनर कैन गिव द लेटर. कोई भी एक पार्टनर लेटर दे के स्टॉप पेमेंट करवा सकता है. बट रिवोकेशन, अगर उस स्टॉप पेमेंट का रिवोकेशन करवाना है, देन ऑल ऑफ द पार्टनर शुड साइन द लेटर, then only we will proceed. So second is the correct answer. Let's move to next question. Question number 12. How many notes and up to what value of soiled notes can be exchanged over the counter of bank branch? तो कितने तक के फ्रेंड्स सॉइल नोट जो है वो हम एक्सचेंज कर सकते हैं ओवर द काउंटर ऑफ बैंक ब्रांच, और कितनी वैल्यू तक के? अवर ऑप्शंस आर 20 notes up to value of 5,000, 10 notes up to value of 5,000, 50 notes up to value of 20,000, 5 notes up to value of 2,000. Let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is first, that is 20 notes up to value of 5,000. तो 20 नोट हम एक्सचेंज करवा सकते हैं, एंड उनकी वैल्यू जो है वो 5,000 तक होनी चाहिए. लेट्स मूव टू नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 13. TD certificate in form number 16A, payments other than salary is to be issued monthly, quarterly, half yearly, yearly. Let's see the correct answer, and the right answer is second, that is quarterly. As you know friends, we are giving the TDS certificate for the deposit holders, and that certificate is issued quarterly. So we give this certificate quarterly. Let's move to next question. Question number 14. Maximum loan amount that can be covered under CGTMSE now is rupees dash lakh. तो मैक्सिमम जो है हम कितने तक का कवर जो है CGTMSE लोन में कर सकते हैं? और ऑप्शंस आर 10 lakh, 50 lakh, 100 lakh, 200 lakh. Let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is fourth, that is 200 lakh, means 2 crore. So up to 2 crore rupees we can cover under CGTMSE. Let's move to next question. Question number 15. What is the latest claim lodgement period in CGTMSE? Our options are 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years. And let's see the right answer. And right answer is third, that is 3 years. तो मैक्सिमम जो है पीरियड है जिसमें हम क्लेम लॉन्च कर सकते हैं, दैट इज 3 ईयर. विद इन 3 years वी हैव टू लॉन्च द कंप्लेन. लेट्स सी नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. क्वेश्चन नंबर 16. Letter of credit allows exporter pre-shipment advance as well as to cover storage at the port of shipment. So friends, ऐसा letter of credit जिसमें आपको pre-shipment advance भी मिलता है and you get the storage फैसिलिटी. तो इस टाइप के एलसी को हम क्या कहते हैं? और ऑप्शंस आर ग्रीन क्लॉज एलसी, ब्लू क्लॉज एलसी, रेड क्लॉज एलसी, ब्लैक क्लॉज एलसी. लेट्स सी व्हाट इज द राइट आंसर. एंड राइट आंसर इज फर्स्ट, दैट इज ग्रीन क्लॉज एलसी. तो ऐसी एलसी जिसमें एक्सपोर्टर जो है अलाउज एक्सपोर्टर प्री शिपमेंट एडवांस और एंड coverage of storage. So that LC is called green clause. So blue clause, there is nothing like blue clause LC. And red clause LC is that जहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स आपको एडवांस मिलता है. ओके, एलसी अलाउज द एक्सपोर्टर प्री शिपमेंट एडवांस. अगर एडवांस तक आपको पूछा जाता है देन यू हैव टू गिव रेड क्लॉज एलसी. Otherwise, this is a green clause, and there is nothing like black clause LC. Let's move to next question. Question number 17. Guarantors stepping into the shoes of the creditor on discharging the liability of principal borrower is called. तो यहाँ पे फ्रेंड्स अगर कोई गारंटर है जो क्रेडिटर की लाइबिलिटी को डिस्चार्ज करे देन व्हाट ही विल बी कॉल्ड, व्हाट इट विल बी कॉल्ड? राइट ऑफ सब्रोगेशन, राइट ऑफ रिडम्पशन, राइट ऑफ फोरक्लोजर, राइट ऑफ रिकवरी. एंड द राइट आंसर इज first, that is right of subrogation. So whenever the guarantor is paying the money of the creditor, main creditor, means he is discharging the liability of the principal borrower, then we will say this is as per the right of subrogation. So let's see next question. Question number 18. Surface Act empowers the secured creditor to issue a demand notice under section 13(2) to the defaulting borrower. So friends, here something is missing, like this section जो है यहाँ पे friends, there should be a blank but there is no blank. So now you have already seen the right answer. So सरफेसी एक्ट जो है empower करता है सिक्योर क्रेडिटर को टू इशू डिमांड नोटिस. यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन था फ्रेंड्स कि डिमांड नोटिस अंडर विच सेक्शन वी इशू, दैट इज सेक्शन 13(2). So second will be the right answer. So as per section 13(2) we issue the demand notice to the defaulting borrower. Let's move to next question. Question number 19. Which activity is not coming under the scope of a payment bank? So our options are acceptance of demand deposits up to rupees 1 lakh per individual customer, issuance of ATM or debit cards, issue credit cards, distribution of mutual fund units and insurance product. So let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is C, that is issue credit cards. तो फ्रेंड्स जितने भी पेमेंट बैंक हैं, पेमेंट बैंक दे कैन टेक द डिपॉजिट बट दे कैन नॉट issue the credit cards because credit card is a type of loan. So issue of credit card is the right answer. So payment banks, they cannot issue the credit cards, other facilities they can provide. Let's move to next question. Question number 20. Question number 20 is, as per Right to Information Act, in how much time the information is to be provided to the person seeking the information. तो फ्रेंड्स यहाँ पे आपको बताना है कि अंडर आरटीए कितने दिनों के अंदर हमें जो है इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोवाइड करनी है. Our options are 7 days, 10 days, 15 days, 30 days. So let's see what is the right answer. And the right answer is 30 days. So in RTI, as per RTI, if you get any request for information, then you have to give the reply within 30 days. तो 30 days के अंडर जो है हमें RTA का reply करना है. So friends, this is a set of 20 questions and these questions are the memory recall questions and it has a lot of possibility that it may come in the coming promotion exam. So I hope so friends, you are benefited from this video, and if you are benefited friends, please like this video and share this video with your friends who are preparing for bank promotion exam and subscribe to our channel. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching, and you can also visit our playlist where we have discussed more than 500 questions. Thank you friends. Have a nice day.